I hate calling it the hush money trial because he's not on trial for paying hush money of $130,000 to the porn star to keep her quiet about her claim that she had an affair with him. And she's got some pretty good documentation for that. And, you know, Trump is incredibly stingy. He's not just going to give out $130,000 for nothing. You know, it's just my opinion, but I think the evidence shows he did have an affair with her. But it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant to the trial. And the trial is not about hush money. The trial is about committing violations of New York law, election law, federal election law, and New York business law by paying $130,000 in hush money and then covering it up as though it were business expenses. And, you know, they're talking about a 4 to 6 week trial. I think this trial could be over in a day, at least on the prosecution side. It's an open and shut case, and it's a really simple case. There is no dispute that he paid $130,000. And there is really no dispute that he covered it up as a business expense because we have the checks. We don't even need any witnesses. This case could be done on documents. And if any prosecutors from New York are out there listening, and I hope a lot of them are, my advice to you is keep it short and keep it simple. This is an extremely simple case. Don't go on forever and bore the jury. Make it happen quickly and bring it down to where the goats can get it. So it's a simple, short, compelling case to the jury. And I have no idea what Donald Trump's defense is going to be. All the things he's been yelling about, it's election interference, it's a witch hunt, it's Joe Biden going after me, although it's a state case and Joe Biden has absolutely nothing to do with it. All of these claims that he has been making, you know what value they have when he gets into court, Sam?
None.
Zero. Exactly. The judge won't even let him make any of these claims. You know, I've been in over 110 court cases as an expert witness. And when you get into court, you have to have real evidence and legally admissible arguments. As I've said many times, Trump can huff and he can puff, but he cannot blow the courthouse down. So now this trial is scheduled just a little over a month from now, March 25th. And I have to say, as usual, the conventional pundits have got it all wrong. They say, oh, this case isn't really all that serious. It's not a big case. It's too bad that it's coming up first. Wrong, wrong, wrong. As the judge said, this is an extremely serious case involving more than 30 felony charges and potentially, although he doesn't have to be sentenced to it, 4 years in prison. This is not a trivial case. Moreover, this case is of a piece with his other cases involving election interference, because this is an election interference case. I hate calling it a hush money case because that's not what it is. As I said, he's not on trial for the hush money. He's on trial for deceiving the American people about his payment of hush money right before the election. That's something the American people should know. He concealed them from the American people. He concealed that payment and then falsified it as though it were a business expense. And we have the checks. You've seen them on television, perhaps. It's a very, very serious case. And it's the first time in the history of the country that a former president, much less a presidential candidate, is on trial for criminal violations.